We're here. Hi, everybody. Um, Here we are again, not at the library. We are live on Facebook, and I really, I, I, I had you guys all primed to not watch tonight, and I hope you got my message and will tune in. And then I have people all primed to go to the library, and I'm hoping that I got a hold of everybody that was going to go there and told them not to go there. I just found out yesterday because what happened was um, I I was getting these messages from the library about all these events that they're doing, and I noticed that they were having yoga tonight and just other things, and I'm like, wait a minute. How are they doing all this stuff? Where am I going to be? So I went down to the library. I thought I got to find out what's going on. So I went down there yesterday and they just kind of looked at me very blankly, like, well, no, you're not on the schedule. I'm like, well, when I talked to you last, I was on the schedule for the third Wednesday. Well, long story short, I don't know. I did not know how this got messed up, but it did. Um, we have switched it now. And we did that because Wednesday night's Facebook night. Hi, Carol. Glad you didn't go to the library. Wednesday night's Facebook night. So I said, okay, let's do this. Let's make it easy. Since I go to Robizonia Library on a Thursday, why don't we do Thursday for Warnersville too? But Warnersville's the first Thursday at night. Robizonia is the second Thursday in the afternoon. Easier, right? It's easier for me to remember. It's easier for me to tell you. So it was a happy accident, right? Hi, Connie. So I'm glad you guys got the message that I am here and that I'm not at the library and I will be at the library on Thursdays starting February 2nd. And so maybe if you can make it out, you can make it out. I hope you do. But let's do what we're doing today. Guys, I've been going crazy with this country bouquet suite. I love this paper. Funniest thing, when I first got the catalog, I looked through it and I saw that and I was like, oh, a Valentine thing. Yeah, I don't, I mean, I send some Valentines to friends just for the heck of it, but Valentine's Day, okay, whatever. So I thought, well, that's one I'm not going to get. I don't have to worry about that. And I paged past it. And I started with the dainty designs and just other things in the catalog that I liked. And the cats, that was it for Valentine's. So I thought, okay, this is good. Not going to worry about the country bouquet. Well, next thing I know, I start just seeing little things that other people are doing with it, and I'm going, "Wait, that is pretty. That paper's really nice." I don't know if the catalog just didn't show it so good or what, but I'm loving it. So I'm using it a lot. And I've been using a lot of the greens and blues. The mint macron and balmy blue go together so pretty. What a nice combination. Carol, that's the combination that I used on the card that we did at the library last week, and everybody just loved it. Well, in this country bouquet designer series paper pack, there is a pack. Look at this, and this is what we're going to use today. It has the balmy blue and there's some mint macron in that. And I like these two together. Okay, so that's what we're going to work with. And so in deciding what I was going to do tonight, I first said, "Oh, I want to use those two. I want to use those two papers. I want to use that color combination. I really like that." So I went to my little box. I told you I keep a box of templates of fun folds, and I pulled out one of my templates and said, "Oh, that'll showcase it nicely because there's DSP here and there's DSP here, and I think it will be best with two different coordinating DSP." So here we go. We are off to the races. That's the first card. The second card, oh yeah, we're going to have two. The second card is going to be another sort of along those lines. And you know what? When we get to it, I'll show it to you because it's going to be kind of cool. Um, let's just say it has bicycles. And I have a third card tonight. The third card is going to be a really super simple one, and it is not with a country bouquet. It is with the dainty designs because I just love that sweet too. I can't get enough of that paper. I just keep getting it. I keep it's a celebration item, so you get it for free, and I have been taking advantage of that. And oh, I am loving that paper. I have made a bunch of stuff out of that. Uh, in fact, I can show you really quickly because these I'm not making on live, but this card is just a pretty simple, really, really simple, actually. This is the designer series paper that's on the back of this. Flipped it around. Put this on Blushing Bride, and it's just on white paper. And so there's that one. You saw this one already. I did this one, I think, on a live before. And then I mixed it with the fancy florets because, of course, we have to do that. Hey, Karen. This is the florets frame, and these are the dainty designs flowers. And of course, I even added some of the gingham. So I got all my favorites in there pretty good. And this one I did the envelope because I'm going to start trying to do that as much as I can. I have so much designer series paper left over when a new catalog comes out, and it's I just can't stand it. I've got to start using it up, and this is how I'm going to do it. So there's that. What do we have going on? We still, of course, have celebration going on. Um, what else is happening? Uh, that seems to be pretty much all right now. Yep, celebration, and I was thinking about another setting up another Zoom call. We did one in January on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I don't know, tell me what you guys think if a weekday is good to do it on a weekday from 10 to 12, or do you prefer Saturday from 10 to 12? Um because I'm good with either. I just wanted to see how it works for you. So, let's start this one. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to turn myself this thing off because I can get a full screen now. I have been working and working at this, and it better work. That's all I can say. There. We have a full screen. The only problem is I think that it's upside down, but I think I can work with this. But you'll be able to see better this way. Okay, now I'm going to start. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, let's go back to that. Okay. You're good with either time, Connie. Okay, good. So I'll figure it out and I'll let you know. Okay, let's go with this. Now, we are going to take a piece of, I have a feeling we got the wrong piece here. I cut a piece, but this, oh yeah, it is right. Okay. This piece is 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. Yeah, 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we're going to score it at 3. try and bring this over so you can see what I'm doing. And of course, we are going to burnish this and use our bone folder. And Connie, last time, I don't know if it was the last show or I don't know when we were talking about this, but you were saying you use your scoring board rather than this. And I tried using it, and you know what? You're right. That does score so nice. And it gets your score line so um, precise. My problem with doing it here is just because of being on camera and having extra stuff. Just ending up with too much stuff on my desk in front of me. So I cut this 7 1/4, 5 1/2, scored it at 3, and I'm going to put it aside for a few minutes. I'm going to pull out some designer series paper. I'm going to use this for my background, and I wanted 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. 2 3/4, and I want the design going in this direction. So by 5 1/2 is going to take me to there. Then I'm going to cut another piece of balmy blue, which I already did. This is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, it's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, so it's 4 1/4 square. And now I want to score it at 1 inch. So I'm going to pull this over to here. Hi, Beth. You're welcome. Happy birthday. Hope it was a good one. Okay, so we scored it at 1 inch, and we're going to burnish that again too. And we're going to cut another piece. I'm doing this a little bit wonky. 3 by 4. I want this is the front piece. So I'm going to use this piece. And this doesn't really have a direction, so it doesn't really matter. 3 by 4. And then I'm going to have a piece of white for the inside that's 4 by 5 1/4. And that should be all the cutting for a little while. So I can put this aside and we can do some assembling. I need my trimmer blade. Needs to be replaced. That's why I'm getting hairy edges. So now what I'm going to do, I want to attach this piece right. The fold goes right on the edge of the card so that it's going to fold over like this. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I want it to be pretty much to the center. Then the white piece is going to cover this. See, that's going to go there like that so that you're not going to see that. I'm not ready for that yet, and you know I want to stamp that before I attach it. Now I'm just looking at this piece of designer series paper. I cut this at 5 1/4, but my card is 5 1/4. No, my card is 5 1/2. It's supposed to be 5 1/2. I think I cut something wrong here. Let me just check. Okay, this is 5 1/2, and this is 5 1/2, and this is supposed to be 5 1/4. So I'm cutting a 1/4 inch off of this because I just want to have a little frame around it, right? It looks so much better that way. And I'm going to glue that on there. Excuse me. Now, just because this is hearts and flowers does not mean it has to be Valentine's Day. In fact, I am not using this for a Valentine. I'm going to use this for a birthday card because I need birthday cards, and I think this is going to be a pretty one. And that's going to be the front. And that also has a frame around it. Now, what I want to do here, I have two options, okay? This is essentially my card, except for the decorations that need to happen. That's what it's going to look like. And I think that's kind of pretty, just like that, right? But I want to put some more, I want to put some decorations here and something that I can put with white to put my greeting on. And I'm thinking, I found out last week or the beginning of this week that this punches this designer series paper exactly. So what I thought I would do, I had a piece just for those of you, I don't know if you probably already know this trick, but when you go to put something like this in this punch, it gets lost if you're not careful. So I attach a post-it note to it to make it bigger, to make it so it sticks out at the top. That's all. That's what that's all about. So now I have this heart, that heart, and these leaves. Now I can do those, or I can take a piece of white paper and some balmy blue ink. And all I want is that one, so I can just kind of stamp my own. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to use the pink or the blue. So I'm going to try them both. This is the process that I go through. In case you didn't notice, this is kind of a shoot from the hip card tonight. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, but I didn't make a sample up ahead of time because I was playing with other things. Sorry. But that's just the way it went. And this was not, I had planned some cards for the library. I had those prepped, but they're pretty easy cards, and I didn't want to do them on Facebook because I'm going to still do them at the library. Okay, there's the blue. I'm not crazy about the way that balmy blue stamps, or it's this, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just because you see how it's kind of faded, but the paper's like that too. But I like this red. So, okay, folks, I'm sticking with the red. What do you think? Any preferences? Hi, Barb. I kind of like the red. And with that peachy, the little peachiness. Okay, the red it is. Now we have, oh, nuts on it. I am going to do. Just wanted to say, I love that we are friends. So on the outside, I'm putting just wanted to say. I said I was going to make this into a birthday card, but then when I looked at it, I thought, oh, it's so pretty, just like as a Valentine. So I'm going to make it into a Valentine card. That's me rooting around for a block. And I'm going to use Mint Macron instead of the blue. And I'm pulling my paper trimmer out again. So how's everybody's day been going? Pretty good. It's very windy today, but pretty out. Right now I'm drinking hot chocolate. Oh, good. You like the red too. And Barb likes them both. Okay, so we're in. And that's gonna go there. Just like that. Okay, so I am going to put the red heart at least up on dimensionals. Oh, but I'm going to take the post-it note off first or it will unstick. That will not be good. And I'm going to use big dimensionals. I don't like mini dimensionals unless I'm in a small spot. There's that. And these can get glued. They don't need to be up. Do you know what I did not do before I started? I did not pull a name. That was because I did not have my names prepared because I was not planning to be live. So, I will probably, let's see, I can wing it. I bet I can wing it. This might take a little while because I have everybody's names in here. And because a lot of people didn't know I was going to be live tonight. Carol, Karen. I think that's everybody. Okay. Oh, you know what? I can see myself on the screen, but you can't see me, so I'm here making a show of shaking this around. Karen, you win the card. Karen is getting this. I don't know. Did you get one? You got one at the library. I know you just got one. But yeah, oh, you got the cats. That's right. So this is not a repeat. Okay. So you get this one. And I'm saying I want to make it a birthday card, and I'm not making it for myself anyway. But I might make another one because I do like this. I like the paper and everything. Okay, so that's just wanted to say on the inside we are going to put, it's just a little spot on the top that I don't want covered. And it's going to, of course, say Happy Valentine's Day. And I think I'll do that in the balmy blue. Oops, I didn't get that cleaned off very well. There. You're welcome, Karen. Karen just recently joined my team, and guess what, Karen? I think Linda's going to join too. And um, there's a person who lives near me, but she works during the day, so she's never able to join in anything, any of these Facebook Lives or anything. I'm thinking maybe I can talk her into starting to join us. Because she also, I believe, would benefit a lot from joining us because it's especially with this join thing. I've never seen anything like this. It's great. You get, well, I guess everybody that's on this has already joined. Except Barb. And I know you're not going to, so it doesn't really matter. So, but anybody who watches the recording or anything, this might come in, might just want to know this. Did you get any of your stuff yet, Karen? Probably not, because I know mine. My orders are taking forever right now. I'm not getting. In fact, um, I'm still waiting for my paper pumpkin yet. That hasn't even come. So this is the mini Winnie. This is the machine that you get. And I'll tell you what, 3.5 inches across. There's very seldom that you're going to run into any dies that are not going to fit on that. And the plates and everything come with it. $175 worth of product plus that machine for 129. That's like half price for everything. That's such a good deal. So there's our first card. Just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day. Now, let's get moving on here. Second card. This card's going to be, oh, let's see. Another one that I said I was looking at the paper and saying, I really like this paper and I want to use it. And I have a third card going and I have the pieces of it all over the place. This one, okay, here, let me get everything out. This, we're going to use this fold. Okay, so it has DSP there and there and there and there. We're going to use this fold. We're using the Country Floral Lane paper. I'm using the bicycles for this card. I think this is just going to be so cute. So it's going to have the green and the peach and the blue. It's going to have all three colors in it. I think for the card itself, I'm going to use the green. This is Mint Macron. I'm going to take, I want a piece. See, this is what I do when I figure out or when I learn a new fun fold. I just use scrap paper and I make it and I write down all my measurements. But I'm looking for the measurement for this and I don't seem to have them written down anywhere. So now I have to measure, and this is what I'm trying to avoid by doing this. But we're going to start out, it's 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. So we start out with 8.5 by 5.5, and we score at 4.25, and we score at 1.25. So of course, 5.5 by 8.5, we're going to take this and give ourselves half a sheet. 5.5. We're going to score at 4.25. And I want this side to be 1.25. So I'm going to go on this side here. So it goes right over to there. And score that. I'm going to want a piece. I'm going to put that aside for a second. For the inside, I'm going to want a piece that's 5.25 by 2.75. This is my white piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that a while. Put that aside also. Now for my designer paper, what I decided I want to do, I need two pieces that are 1 inch by 5.5. I want to get this thing here. I think that's so pretty. The hearts, if you can see them. So what I'm trying to do here, and I do believe that they're right about 1 inch. So I got it there. Oh, that's going to be, I got a little too, okay, this might take a little bit of finagling, but I'm going to get it. It's a tad bit over 1 inch, so I'm going to trim this on that side, and I know this is going to work. Look at that. It's perfect. Okay, so I want those to be 1 inch by 5.5. So there's 5.5. Now I'm going to cut that off just a little bit there just to get that even, if that makes sense. So it's 5.5. And then it's not even on the other side, so it didn't really matter. But they match exactly, so that's good. Okay, so I have those two pieces. Now, I need a piece for here and a piece for here. These are going to be kind of background pieces. So what I decided to do with them is use this peach color. I just think this is pretty, and it's in that background a little bit, and it's going to be in the bag with the bicycle, in the piece with the bicycle shoes. So I'm going to use this for my background. And I need a couple pieces measuring 5.25. So I'm just going to measure one piece, 5.25. No, I did that wrong. I want this 2.75. And actually, I'm going to take it this way. 2.75 by 5.25. And I need another piece, the same thing, 2.75 by 5.25. So there's them. And then what I want to do is I want I want one of these. And that's not going to work that way. Lovely Linden. Okay, guys, I'm just trying to find something here that is not jumping out at me. Maybe we don't really need it. I do want. I want to get one of these bikes, just one. And I think I want a green one. And I'm just trying to find one where I can do with the least amount of paper wasted. This is not going to work because when I put on this punch, and when I punch it with this punch, I get too much. I don't have enough at the top. So there, I'm going to take that one. And I'm going to have to cut way around it just to make sure I get enough. And I hate to waste that much paper, but I want this to come out right, and it won't come out right if I don't do it right. Okay. This is a little bit crazy. What we're going to do now is when we cut another piece, we're going to cut the midnight cron. That same punch. We're going to cut it in half. And we are just going to glue this on to give it a little bit of a kind of a frame. There. You can see how that's coming out. Okay, so now we can assemble. Everything's ready. Oops, except the inside. Glad that we are friends. And I keep not talking, and I know I'm supposed to keep talking. Sorry, guys. Just so you know, I'm still here. Of course, you know I'm still here. And let's see, what can we put on this to jazz it up a little bit? Blocks everywhere. Okay. Just so that there's a point to this card, I'm going to put a Happy Valentine's Day here too. Oops. I guess I screwed that one up. Let's flip this over and try it again. Okay. 'And I messed that up too. And I don't want to leave these messy on the inside. So I'm going to have to redo that one altogether. 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. It is an easy one, Connie. And it's really easy if you don't screw up the inside every time you try to put it together. Okay, I guess I'm going to skip the Valentine's Day and just say I'm glad that we are friends. I wish I had a bicycle stamp because I like the outside of the bicycle with the bicycle. There. Too much effort, I guess. When you just don't use effort, it just goes together, right? And I don't, there's the Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, let's put it together. Whoa. Okay, so here's our template. This is how we're going to end up. We have our mint macaron. I have my bone folder here. I am going to fold this basically in half, and then we're folding this piece back. That's our 1-inch piece. Now we want to take these two pieces and we want to put them right there and there. These are our 1-inch pieces. And they're going the whole length of the card. They're not short to make a frame because I don't want a frame around them. Okay, and when we have these pieces, oh, that would look, no, not with that. It wouldn't. And that piece is going to go on there. And then our saying goes in the middle. And that's that. And that's, no, it's not. Not quite. Then we have this piece. Now this piece here doesn't have to open because it serves no purpose opening. It's just there to make it look nice. So you can glue this down and attach this with a dimensional, and you'll still have that illusion that it looks like it can open up, but it doesn't need to open up. So that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to glue it on the one side, and I'm going to put a dimensional on the other side and let it kind of hang over the edge. When I saw this done, they put a belly band around it to hold this down. I hate belly bands, and they get lost. I don't like them. So I would not want to do a belly band. But this now looks like it's open. And once again, I'm going to put the just wanted to say on a small strip and put it across at the top or the bottom. Now, the other thing about this card I think would be pretty is to take some kind of greens, and I just happen to have some here, but I think these are a little too dark. But maybe to put some kind of greens here, or even these are too dark. But down, they could go down in there. Or let's see, I have some flowers. Nope, they don't fit. These might. And again, we're going to put a dimensional on one end of this, and we're going to glue the other end. Like so. Nope, that looks like a pitchfork to me. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Actually, if I had some kind of a, oh, I don't know, mint macron ribbon or something like that, I would put a bow on it. I'm not quite sure. This is what happens when you do a shoot from the hip card. You think of all these things that you could have done and didn't. Okay, so right now I am making a bow. To put down at the bottom. Sweet peas. Anybody who was on with sweet peas, don't forget there's a Zoom meeting tomorrow. 7:30. I'll send out the invite. That'll be 4. And I'm looking for a glue dot. There. Okay, there's that. Okay, that's that one. One more, and this one I promise is going to be really quick. What this is I took, okay, I have been using this designer series paper, the free stuff, the dainty designs or dainty delights or whatever they are, dainty something. I have been using all of these bright colors and like this here, okay, that kind of stuff. I've been using all of this stuff for cards, and it's pretty obvious. And I've been seeing this stuff on websites, on demonstrator websites. Everybody's doing it, okay. But there's one sheet that everybody's ignoring, and I think this is really pretty. It's green. It's got purple on the back, and everybody's using the purple. Nobody's using this pretty green with all the ferns. So what I did is I just took a piece of garden green and I ran it through the embossing machine with the Cane Weave 3D embossing folder. Okay, and I think this would look good with quite a few different embossing folders, but I picked this one because I just thought it would work nice. I took a piece of, what is this? Sahara sand. Cut normal base, 5.5 by 8.5, square at 4.25. I am going to glue my, oh, now there's a dilemma. This has 2 pretty nice sides to it. I'm going to put that one up. Okay. So be prepared to have to make a decision if you use this paper. That bicycle paper isn't that cute. I wish they had I know we have a bicycle stamp somewhere. I think it's with the tulips, which are discontinued. So I would have to hunt for it, but I'm sure I still have it. Okay, so this piece is 4 by 5.25. Then I took another piece of 4 by, well, no, this is not 4 by 5.25. This is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Before I put that on, I'm taking a piece of garden green ribbon. I'm going to wrap it around here and tape it. And I just put a twist in it. I did that on purpose. I want it twisted just to give it some interest. And I'm taping it down in the back. Now that twist is going to stick up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take a glue dot and stick it underneath it just to hold it down. Because that was kind of a last minute thought. If I could find my tweezers, this would go a whole lot better. And then I'm going to glue this down. This is one of those, you need a card at the last minute and you're hurrying up to quick throw one together, but you want it to be really pretty. Here you go. Now I'm going to put a tag on this, put a banner, sentiment, whatever on this. And I wanted to use the one that I used for the other one, but I don't have that background and that's just not suiting me. Okay, that would be kind of nice, except it's too much sticking up and it would get caught in the envelope and it would get ripped. Speaking of envelopes, I said I was going to decorate all my envelopes and I did not. But you'll have this. So I'm going to take a piece of Sahara sand. And I wish I had that stamp because if I had the stamp, I would stamp the Sahara sand with garden green. And I do have that stamp, but to tell you the truth, I don't remember the name of it. And all my stamps are in alphabetical order, and it's something linen, but I'm looking it up. Lovely in linen. Okay. I really do want that stamp. I think that would make a whole lot of difference. But it's not here. Which means that for some reason I decided it needed to get put away. Just, I'll be right. I'm looking for it. And I'm not finding it. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to do without it. I know it's around somewhere. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to leave you hanging there. Uh, it's just possible that I have it up here and just don't have it in alphabetical order, or that I put it down in the bottom with my sayings, which I'm known to do, or that it's in this mess of a desk again somewhere. I showed I showed you guys at the library my before and after pictures of my desk. What a disaster it was, and I had it cleaned up for a brief period of time, and now it's just a mess again. But I don't see that stamp set anywhere. So I guess I'm just gonna have to find something else. And sorry, guys. I'm just gonna go with happy birthday. And as soon as I get off tonight, I'm going to find that stamp set and I'm going to say, oh, darn. Okay, that's it. Simple. I told you it was going to be super, super easy. And it was, had I not stopped to look for that stamp set, it would have been done a whole lot quicker. Oh, and then the thing that I forgot to do with my other two, embellish. This is pastel adhesive backed sequins. I'm not usually a sequin person, but I like these. These are they don't have holes in them. I think that's the thing about sequins that I don't like is they usually have holes in them and that makes them look stupid when you put them on. It's like you're missing, like you forgot something. And these do not have holes. So whoops, I just flung that one across the room. So you can kind of, and again, there. Okay, there's that. Which needs something inside. And one of my go-to inside stamps, says it's your time to be remembered, to feel appreciated, and to know you're celebrated. And I like that one. And I'll use those branches again. Yeah, that weaving in the cane weave embossing folder is kind of nice. I don't know. I've gotten to the point I do get the embossing folders. I forget to use them a lot of times, but they do make things. They do really dress the cards up. So there's that. And it's very simple. It's just an embossing folder and a piece of paper, um, and a bunch of sequins. But it looks pretty. It's elegant looking, kind of. So there's that. Where's the other cards? Here they are. All three. Well, no, these two are fun folds. Nice little folds. And I lost everybody. There you are. Okay. And this is my favorite. Just want to say happy Valentine's Day. There we go. And I didn't dress up any envelopes. I meant to, but I didn't. And I'm not going to do it now because time's up. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Hope I'll see you next week. And I'll see some of you tomorrow night. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Night.